Good morning. It is Wednesday, February the 4th. Michael Walsh here with Roger Norgel. Welcome to Norwal Farm. It's been about a week since our last video, and busy in lambing. We've got these 3 ewes behind us here yet to lamb. Those are the lambs from the other side. They jump through, but don't cause an issue. So this is kind of a little bit of everything video. Had a couple more ewes lamb. We'll cover that. Cleaning the shed in preparation for moving animals around. Thanks for joining us today, and let's get started. Thursday morning, January 29th, and number 32 has had a lamb. She is scanned for twins. It's not a super big lamb, but I'm not sure. Looking at her side, I'm not sure she's going to have another one. She might have. She's still got a little belly hanging down there. And this is another one that I just wasn't sure on breeding dates. So I'm actually glad they're getting this done with. The Jacob Pearl, she's due, I think, in 3 days. I have to look at my records, but I did see her get mated. There's another one of these that has more of an udder. I don't know if she'll go before Pearl or not. I thought this one might, because her udder just looked fuller and kind of tight. So, glad to see him getting down to business. This is 24 right here. She's the one that scanned open, but was pregnant on the blood test. Judging by her udder, I'd say she's probably 2 weeks off. We'll see. Pearl was 17 days after the other Jacob, so 2 weeks would be about right for her, being the second heat cycle. And there's another one in here that udder's a little bigger than this one, so and then the third one has more udder, but not as much as Pearl, so I think Pearl will go next, and then the next 3, so we'll find out. But it doesn't feel as cold today. There's no wind. Nice sunshiny day. But it was 17 in the barn this morning. The barn does feel cold. Suffolk twins are doing well. I banded those today. That's the mom right there. We're letting them out with a larger family group. They should do fine. So everybody's off to a good start in here. She's been pawing and restless like she may have another lamb, and I've got to leave here in about half an hour, so I'm just going to do a exam on her and see if there is one. If there's one in there, I'll get it delivered. She did have a second one. She had it right up there. She would have had it, but I have to leave here in about a half an hour, and I want to make sure it was here. And I've tubed the other one, so I'm going to tube this one and treat it. Twin ewe lambs. Really nice set. The last set of twins from the Suffolk have integrated well. This one right there, they have the circle on their back. Here's the other one right here. The mom's right there, so they're doing really well. I've seen them nursing. So everybody's doing well in this family group. The latest set of twins are doing well. I've seen them nursing, and they're resting comfortably. So we're down to 4 ewes left to lamb. We were going to move the older lambs and mothers out Sunday, but we've got some young ones in there, so we're going to wait about a week. Weather's supposed to warm up. I think what we'll do is we'll still move the older lambs, older ones being anything from first set of Suffolks and older. We'll move them down. Then the younger lambs that are in this group right now, we're going to keep them here. As these 4 ewes have their lambs, they will be incorporated into the family group with the younger lambs that are in there now. And then by the time these are all done, we'll wait till the youngest lambs are 2 weeks old. The oldest lambs will probably be a month old. And then they will go down to the run-in shed as well. The goats are due February the 14th, and we'll probably keep them up here till they're kids are at least 2 to 3 weeks old. And by the looks of it, they'll all kid about the same time. So that's the plan. Hopefully it works. As I say, we make a plan, then we adjust as we need. We're getting near the end of lambing. Saturday morning, January 31st, these twins are doing great. The twins, the black lamb and the white lamb, these two right here, they are stealing, or attempting to steal from the other ewes and causing just general mayhem. So I'm going to pin them and their mom in a separate pen. So far they've refused to take a bottle, but I'm going to try to see if I can get them to take a bottle, because they just run around, keep trying to steal, and they're disrupting all the other ewes and lambs, and it's going to cause problems with the lambs getting their fair share. So anyway, that's the plan for today. What I'm going to do is when they're done eating great, I'm going to let the ewe with the twins out with this group, and I'll put the Jacob and her babies in there. And then I put chicken wire up here to keep them from jumping through. And I'm going to I've got a wire panel upstairs. I'll just line this with that to keep the lambs in, because they are escape artists. Got them in this pen, and this is actually an old dog exercise pen. They call them X pens. I had 2 of these. They fold down into a 4x4, so I just lined it with this so they can't get through that. I put the hardware cloth there so they can't get through that. So this should contain them, because these two just go around just trying to sneak from all the ewes and just has everybody disrupted and interfering with the nursing of their lambs. So they're in here for the duration until we move them down to the bigger shed. Not sure, I may just keep them separate because they're just causing general havoc. So maybe I can get them to take a bottle once they're in here. We'll try it and see. I don't have a tripod, so I can't show you how I try to train these. But the white lamb this morning actually nursed on it a little bit. So I think pinning them in here, they might have been getting some milk from the other ewes from stealing. So just do this twice a day. She took about half of that, so she got a good 4 ounces, 3 to 4 ounces. So we're going to try her brother now. I tried a different nipple on the bottle, and the white lamb took better. Not real good, but I'm just going to start forcing it twice a day. I did a body score on her, felt her back. She's really thin. She lost a lot of weight with that toxemia, and she's just not producing milk. So we'll keep an eye on her. I may wean the lambs off of her. I haven't decided yet. If I wean them off of her, that would probably facilitate them taking the bottle, because I wouldn't be getting any milk from her. So we'll see how it goes, but just know that way that they're getting enough milk. I'm hopeful I can get them to take a bottle twice a day and supplement them that way, get them going. By putting them in this pen, that really settled down this pen over here, because they were just running around. They were trying to steal on ewes when they were laying down, making them get up. They'd go to try to steal when the lambs went to nurse, and the ewe would move. So it's good that we just put her in here by herself, and she'll have her own hay and grain and water. I did find a heated water bucket that I didn't know I had, so I found that. So hopefully that will, I hope it works. It's plugged in anyway. We'll find out real quick. So anyway, Pearl back there, the other Jacob in the pen over there, she's due in a couple days, and she's looking really close. So she might even go tonight. I don't know, but she'll have them in the next couple days. Sunday, February 1st. It's a beautiful day today. It's 20 degrees, sunshine, and just a light breeze. So this feels like springtime. I actually had to change sweatshirts this morning. I've been wearing this heavily insulated one, and I was way too warm. So we're going to do a few things today. I want to try to haul some of the manure down there where the feeder lambs are, get that done. And got to move some pallets. We're getting some more hay and straw tomorrow, and I'm going to store it outside down there. So put some pallets down there and store it there. But beautiful day today. It was a little bit stuffy in here this morning, moisture. The moisture collects on the roof and then the frost drops down. You can see some up there on the ceiling maybe. That white stuff there, that's frost. I've got a insulation thing on the roof, but in that super cold weather it just collects up there, and then you can see where it drops down here on the floor, all that white stuff. So it drops in there, and that explains a lot of why these pans were getting so wet, because the frost drops down, then they lay on it. So they need to have some more straw. But all in all, things are going well. And then we'll get the oldest lambs moved out of here, possibly later this week, but definitely by next Sunday. So anyway, got their grain fed, and the Jacob ewe over there is due tomorrow. Looks like her sides have dropped, so I wouldn't be surprised what she might have it yet tonight. Might be wrong, but anyway, the weather has changed, and it's supposed to be regular winter weather next week. You know, highs in the 20s, low in the double digits or single digits. None of this below zero stuff. So it's a welcome relief. Trying to get those twins from that first Jacob that lamb, the one that doesn't have much milk. We've got her pinned separately yesterday. Trying to start them on a bottle. We use lamb milk replacer. It's a powdered formula. And it says 30 grams for almost 4 ounces of water. So I'm going to go 45 grams and put 6 ounces of water in there. Try to get 3 ounces down each lamb. So we'll get that mixed up and give it a go. The white one seems to take it better than the black one. She kind of nurses on it. I did switch nipple types. I went to this kind of nipple, cut a little bigger hole in it. And that seemed to work better. This other nipple, I think, was just too small because they're older lambs. This works good on newborns because it's softer and it's smaller. But with these lambs being older, this one seems to work better so far. So we'll get that mixed up and try it and see how it goes. Do a lot of chewing on it. I kind of squeeze the bottle, put some milk in their mouth. Every once in a while, he kind of nurses on it. He's been the stubborn one all along. He just fights it all the way. Come on. Try the white one again. Come on. See, she's kind of nursing there. There she goes. Yeah. Have to keep working on her brother, but she's actually doing pretty good. I'd say maybe by tomorrow she'll start doing it pretty good. Yeah, she's actually nursing that. Come on. They do have teeth now. They're almost 3 weeks old, now 2.5 weeks old. There she goes. She's probably full. She drank pretty good today. The little black one, he's just a knucklehead. Kind of wild. But I thought about weaning one of them and just leaving the other one on, but you got to have two to keep each other company. So we'll keep at this for a while. My goal is that they will come up to me for the bottle and then stay on the ewe, because we had one in October that was that way. He'd come up, take his bottle, and then go back with the sheep. So that's what I hope to have happen with these. But we'll keep trying, see what happens. I want to clean out this hay mound here from the waste from the hay feeder. Hopefully I can get it. What I'm going to do, take the V out of this first. These are underneath, so I'll clean out in between here and lift that up. Then see if I can get the ends out. Try to get this cleaned up today. It's actually coming out pretty well. There's a frozen chunk on the end here, came out. You can see where the PVC pipe is there to keep it from tipping. So I'm going to try to get these end pieces out now and then go ahead and clean up around this. But it's actually working pretty well today. It's cleaned up really well. I'm going to set the feeder back up here. I had a couple of posts driven in the ground to keep it from being moved, but they kind of came out when I took the manure out. So anyway, we'll set it up. I'm hoping later this week these temperatures keep more normal. I can get those gates out there, and then we're going to clean that mound out too, because that's got to be cleaned out before the ewes and lambs come down. The weather is moderated today. I'm not sure what the outside temperature is, but it's 34 degrees here in the barn. And I've got both doors open. Got nice fresh air. It's actually allowed the bedding to dry out. So I have turned off the heat lamp over there. Took this one down here. I want to transition them to not having a heat lamp because they're going to be going outside next weekend. So got to get them conditioned to it. But they're doing really well. Eating well. They're starting to eat dry hay and grains. So I'm going to leave this light on for these twins here for a little longer. Hopefully I can get them taking a bottle better. It's Sunday night, February 1st, and I just finished with these two lambs, and they both took about 4.5 ounces. So they're starting to catch on. I just, instead of holding them on my lap, I stand in here and let them stand up between my legs, and I just cradle their mouth in the bottle, put my hand around the bottle in their mouth, and they're starting to catch on. So I think another day or two they're going to be doing pretty good. So that's encouraging. The white one took probably 8 ounces today, and the black one took about 5. Pearl, the Jacob ewe over there that's due, she's due tomorrow. I think she's dropped, so it'll be tonight or tomorrow probably. I'll watch, she'll prove me wrong, but I really think she'll probably go in the morning. But we'll see. But everybody's doing well. You can see those lambs like the mineral over there. I know I've said that before. But it's really important to have that available to them. Back there in the creep area eating some hay, and there's some grain back there for them too. So they're off to a fantastic start. It is Tuesday, February the 2nd. The Jacob ewe is due today. No signs of labor yet. So we'll just keep an eye on her this evening. I made a mistake. I learned the hard way. Didn't realize it would cause such an issue. There's a vaccine that we vaccinate for a disease known as casus lymphadenitis. Unbeknownst to me, all the flock or all the sheep that I bought had been vaccinated for it. And I didn't keep it up, so consequently some of the lambs, like the first crop, developed some abscesses. So we have resumed vaccinating for it. I had never used it before, and the label says do not use it in pregnant ewes, which I did not. So these ewes are going to be going down to the shed this next weekend, so I thought, well, I'll vaccinate them now. That way they're done before they go down there. But this vaccine really knocks them on their butt. I mean, they don't feel well. They actually went off food. Some of them decreased appetite, decreased milk production. The lambs were really hungry. A lot of them were trying to steal. So I learned the hard way not to give it to ewes in lactation or early lactation. So what we're going to do in the future, everybody's had their first round of a series of 2. It's just an annual booster. So the last 4 over here, we'll give them their booster right when we wean the lambs. That way it'll decrease their milk production, which isn't a bad thing when you wean, and should help in the weaning process. But this ewe yesterday, I mean, she was really lethargic, and her lambs were just crying all the time. And today she's eating good and nursing them much better. Used to be when the lambs would go to nurse, all of them, they just stand for just a little bit and then move because they didn't have any milk. So lambs are much quieter today. So learned that lesson. Won't make that mistake again. Lambs are all doing well now that they're getting milk. The twins over there, they took a bottle pretty good this morning. The white lamb took about 5 ounces. The black lamb took about 3. I had another one that was under the cave last night and couldn't get out. He was really hungry this morning, so I had about 3 or 4 ounces of milk left in the bottle. I caught him with the nipple in his mouth, and he drank the whole 4 ounces. So he was hungry. So that worked out well. So anyway, we're going to get a delivery of some hay and straw tonight, 6 bales of each, and we'll go from there. But that's really good right there, that you nursing those lambs. She wasn't doing that yesterday. She had no milk. And her babies look a lot better today, a lot more satisfied. So I think we're out of the woods. I vaccinated them on the 30th, so it took about 48 hours to 72 hours. And when I looked it up online, side effects, it said they can run a fever for 24 to 72 hours. So I think that's what they did. But we're back on the right track now, so very pleased with that. 11 o'clock on Tuesday, February the 3rd in the evening. Pearl, the Jacob ewe, went into labor. Started about 6 tonight. Her water broke about 10 o'clock, so she hasn't really progress. So I came out here. We're going to do an exam on her and see what's going on, because she's been, like I said, her water broke an hour ago, and she should have been doing something by now. She's strained pretty hard a couple times, nothing showing. So we'll go to check on her and see what's going on. She had twins, a ewe and a ram. Both of them are black with white on their head. I had to deliver both of them. She just wasn't getting them up to the canal. I don't know if she had uterine inertia or what was going on. There's the ram lamb over there. The bad news is she has no milk right now. I mean, I chewed them with colostrum. We've got plenty of powdered colostrum and milk replacer, but I really don't want bottle babies. So we'll see if she comes to her milk tomorrow. I gave them each 5 ounces with stomach tube. That'll get them through the night. We'll check her in the morning and leave the lambs with her for a few days. Maybe if they nurse on her, she'll come to her milk. I don't know. But she is 7 and Patsy is 5. So I think this may be the last rodeo for both these girls. They haven't done too well this time. Always before they had no problems. But this time around, I mean, big lambs. This is the first time we've crossed these with the Dorset. And huge lambs, so it is a good cross. So we'll see how they do. The bottle babies will do okay. But not the outcome I was hoping for. But we'll see what tomorrow brings. At least they're live and they're nice, strong lambs. It's the following morning, and the lambs are actively nursing, but from the looks of them, they're not getting much. Their sides aren't too full. So I'm going to put a bottle together, see if they'll take some. We'll supplement them. I'm hoping she will come to her milk, but I kind of have my doubts. But they're nice and active this morning. Love the markings on these guys. The ewe lamb has more white on the head than the ram lamb. But we'll get a bottle for him. This is the little male lamb. We're going to try him, see if he wants a bottle. Here we go. Come on. Oh yeah, he's hungry. I mixed up about 6 ounces for him. No more. That might be enough. There you go, Mama. You see now how his sides are fuller. He should be full out to the edge there. She's actually not too bad. We'll give her the rest of that other bottle. Come on. A little bit of nipple confusion. They were nursing on her overnight, and they don't like this rubber nipple. They must not be that hungry, because if they're real hungry, they'll take off right away. So maybe she's coming to her milk. I hope she is. I don't think you want much. There you go. She had a little bit of milk in there this morning. I checked her teats and a little squirt came out. That's more than she had last night, so maybe she's just slow to come to her milk. I'm hopeful. But we'll keep offering a bottle, probably 3 times a day, and make sure they get off to a good start. These older twins here, I have stopped trying to give them a bottle. They're starting to eat grain and hay. They're getting some milk from her, and she's starting to eat better. I gave her some glycol yesterday and the day before, and I'll follow it up today just to help pick up her appetite. And the glycol gives her sugar. It's converted to sugar in the rumen, and that's what she needs. So I'm keeping them penned in here because they were stealers and causing general mayhem with the other ewes. So we'll just keep them in here for a while. And I think what I'm going to do is when the goats come up and they have their babies, I'll turn these lambs in and the ewe in with the goats, because goats won't let them steal. So that will solve that issue. The lambs have been scratching. You see the one over there chewing and chewing on its foot right there. We've been doing a lot of that. Anytime I look in here, there's at least 2 or 3 of them chewing. And the ewes have been scratching a little bit as well. So we treated them today, and I've got a video of doing that. It's most likely mange mites. See that one there starts scratching too. They chew on their ankles with that. I don't think it's lice. They're not losing their wool. We had some sheep that we got in. That's actually the hair sheep we brought in. They were chewing their feet. I think that's where it came from. I used a topical on them last year. Thought I treated it and gotten rid of it. Obviously, I haven't. So we used an injectable. It's called Dectomax. See, that's lamb's chewing. That lamb's chewing. And just excessive amount of chewing. Shouldn't be doing that. But anyway, we treat them all today, and if it's just the mites, itch mite, one treatment should do it. If it's lice, you got to do it 2 weeks apart. But I'm pretty sure it's the itch mite. So we should see a noticeable improvement in probably 24 to 48 hours. Everyone has been treated, and you can see that lamb's chewing, that one's scratching. So I would say in 24 hours that should dramatically reduce and or stop. I won't have to treat their lambs. I'm assuming it's mites. Lice, you usually have wool loss, and I'm not seeing that. And I have seen the sheep chewing on their ankles before, and that's a sign of mites. So one treatment's usually effective, so I treated them now. Mites should be dead in 24 hours, and those are at least 24 hours away from lambing. So these babies here, I treated the mom, and I'll treat them today. It's safe. It's a very safe product. You can treat newborns with it, so I'm going to go ahead and give them a small dose too. So everybody is done. I thought I was all done treating the ewes, and when I got done I realized I had used the goat dose instead of the sheep dose. So instead of 2 cc's, which I gave them, they're supposed to get 3. So I have to give them all one again. I did these, so they've got a red dot on the top and then a red dot on their ear to know I did them. I'll have to get these 4 in. And then I haven't treated those over there yet, so they'll get the correct dose. And I got all the lambs. And the ewes over here got handled twice, unfortunately. But I had the goat dose in my mind, and it's 2 cc's for the goats, and it's 1 cc per kilogram, so it's probably about 1.5 cc for the goats, because they weigh about 125, 130. These ewes, I dosed them for 220, and they're supposed to get 1.5 cc's per 50 kilograms, which is 110 pounds, so they should have gotten 3 cc's, and I only gave them 2 the first time, so they all got handled and marked the second time. Just offered the twins a bottle here. It's about 130, and they both took about 3-4 ounces. So we'll keep offering them the bottle 4 times a day. And I had a little bit left over, and the white lamb took some too. So I'll just watch them as well. They may end up getting a supplemental bottle too. So we're going to call that a day, or that's it for this video. And we thank you for joining us at Norwal Farm, and we'll see you next time.